Hey folks, welcome to Butterfly Bricks, hope you're all well. In today's video, it's a Jurassic World mock. This is my attempt at a Mercedes Unimog, coupled with a trailer to carry an armoured riverboat. LEGO has of course made a version of the Mercedes vet vehicle from the movie, which in the movie is actually a Unimog of course, and if you're not familiar with the Unimog, it's quite a common sight on the continent, but we don't see that many of them by us here in the UK. The Forestry Commission use them and they are very robust off-road vehicles with quite a distinctive look. And this white box version is kinda what I had in mind for inspiration. For the riverboat itself, I wanted to make sure it had some powerful weapons to take out some dinos, and so I've used a missile launcher on the back. This is using the tan raft that came with the recent Trolls Raft set, which I think is perhaps the first time it's appeared in that colour. I might be wrong, but it is a great colour for the boat. It's also got a harpoon on the front, and the driver's cab and wheelhouse is sort of armoured, and there's lots of accessories too. To the rear there's a large missile launcher on a turntable, and there's a bit of storage space for dinosaur eggs and other bits and bobs. In Jurassic Park 3 you had the riverboat with a cage, and I saw a photo of it once on a trailer, and this partly inspired this idea. And the ride at Universal Studios of course has this grey and blue colour scheme which fits really well too. And if you think about the PT boat in Apocalypse Now, you know, this sort of compact boat that's heavily armed with a 50 caliber or something like that kind of gun in the back. So yeah, I came up with this. It's very straightforward, and as with all my mocks, I'm thinking of how much play value I can give it for the kids, as many usable functions as possible. Tyres and chains and a life belt. There's a simple outboard motor here on a hinge, and we've got some baby raptors that have been rescued and eggs as well, and a storage for some tools and weapons. This missile launcher is pretty big, but it can rotate, and there's a few details like a searchlight, the side tyres and the chains there. This whole section of course comes apart, so little hands can get into play with the minifigures, and he's got some controls and panels to use in here as well. Yeah, so straightforward enough. The main weapon might seem a bit oversized, but it's cool, and it really gives the kids something powerful to shoot at a T-Rex or a Baryonyx, and it's so big you won't lose it either. Unlike stud shooters which always appear in official sets. The trailer is a big and chunky thing, and the idea is that this can be towed over difficult terrain. I'll put the ramp down, which is sloped for the boat to slide over, and I'll connect the hook here, and yeah, the winch does the job. So that's a cool play feature I've added there, and the ramp holds the boat in place once it's in, and there's a folding stand here to keep it up too. So yep, here's that little stand under here, and as you can see the ramp also helps keep it all together at the rear when I fold it back up. Now onto the Unimog itself, and I wanted to keep this small-ish and not go too big like the official LEGO set vehicle, which to me is just a bit too large. It's got plenty of storage space with a side opening and rooftop opening panel, and this crate has a raptor and an egg too, and inside you can see it's all tiled. There's these parts to hold the roof up, which we've seen a million times from LEGO in the past themselves, so I've pinched a few typical design ideas from them. And yeah, I'm really happy with the design I've come up with. It's nothing too fancy, but it's got lots of little accessory details like the trank gun, bags of equipment, and a chicken leg to help owner Claire tempt a dinosaur. And I've tried to stick to this British racing green colour with navy blue and tan and a bit of black, similar to other Jurassic World vehicles we've seen before. I hope I've captured the look of the Unimog quite well, and it is very similar to a LEGO fire truck they did back in 2016. When it's connected to the trailer, there's a decent turning circle, and it's all on these big chunky wheels, so it manages bumps and hills no problem when it's being played with. Nothing falls off, and it's quite sturdy when it's being played with. And if I show you this Jeep type vehicle that came with the Baryonyx set from the Jurassic World TV show, it definitely fits in with the same look. They've used sand green, but I quite like the darker colour for the Unimog, and it all looks, well, I hope it looks like it could be a real LEGO set with a realistic type boat to match it as well. And the Mercedes Unimog itself, it is a compact design, but it does everything it needs to do, and it definitely has the look of the actual thing in real life. Well, I reckon it does. And the one in the movie is obviously a different colour and has this big box in the back, which LEGO really did justice with their set, but for me it's just a little bit too big. So hey, what do you think? Is it about time LEGO went back and made things from old movies like the boat in Jurassic Park 3 against the Spinosaurus? And have I captured the look of the Unimog, or is it too small? Let me know in the comments. And if you like what I do here with simple mocks, money saving tips and all the good stuff, then think about subscribing and hit the notifications of course so you don't miss a thing. Check out my other videos here too, and I'll see you next time. Bye!